हो गया बात। हाँ हाँ जय श्री माता जी। हम सभी श्री माता जी के श्री चरणों में प्रणाम करके सामूहिक बंधन लेंगे। लेट अस ऑल humbly bow down at lotus feet of Shri Mata ji and take collective bandhan. तीन महामंत्र और श्री गणेश मंत्र। श्री महामंत्राज एंड श्री गणेश मंत्राज।
साक्षात् श्री गणेश साक्षात् श्री
ध्यान की इसी स्थिति में अब हम सब श्री माता जी की अमृतवाणी सुनेंगे. In this meditative state, we will now listen Shri Mataji's Amritvani.
Any questions? Yes.
What about the Australians, Mother? You said the Americans and the Indians.
They are rather safe people. But they have to be deeper. They still are under a shock. I would say that they think that they are away from the whole world, separated, and they have to get into deeper ways of life. They are loving people compared to other countries, no doubt, but one has to go deep down. Deep down. You have to be very deep, very deep. You should know that Australia was once placed between Africa and India. I am going to Perth, the African side, and then to Indian side, which is Sydney and all these places. But you must not be satisfied with all the Western culture you have imbibed, the Western things you have. You are not in the West, you are in the East. Because you are not on the West, if you try to follow them, it's just mimicry. It's very superficial. So, not the Sahajogis I am saying, but otherwise the people, Australians, are very superficial people. They drink much more than Scotland people drink. I mean, every way they are very, very too much, I would say, and that's how they are rough. So they have to get to the subtler side by developing deeper understanding into the aesthetics of life, into the, we can say, the beauties of life, the beauties of language. Alright? This is how, if they go about, it would be a wonderful place. English are very developed that way. They have lots of beauties, understanding of beauties, this thing, that thing. But they have become sort of, see, they think they are the wisest of all. They are stupid. And they think they are the wisest, you see. Australians, on the whole, do not think they are the wisest. But they should know they can become the wisest. Because you live on superficial level, you see, you think that everything should be tackled on superficial level. That's not the point. You can be the wisest. As English could be, you could be, anybody could be. And as it is the Muladhara, you should be the first to become the wisest. Maybe that the message of Sahaja Yoga should start more from Australia. So go deep into yourself. Depth must be developed. They are still very fond of the sea and the sun. This they will do all their lives. There's no need to worry about anything like that. It's nothing important. The sea is within you, the sun is within you, the Atma is within you, everything is within you. Try to enjoy within. Give up the idea of going to the nature for it or anywhere. It's within yourself. It's all within. That is what I mean. That if you look at things superficially, you take it from other people. Now the craze of going out is finished in England. Practically people don't move out that way. Or they don't go to the sea also to that extent. But still in Australia, we have to learn all that. Instead of learning the hard way, it's better to do it in a shorter way, is to become deeper and deeper. Cut down your activities. Become deeper. Meditate more than going to the sea. Sea visits are a bit too much, I think. Also the sunbathing is also too much. It's all very superficial. They all have liver problems. You shouldn't go to the sun anymore. You should actually shut all your houses and sit down inside and meditate. What a problem we have of liver. So do not treat any question superficially. Because God has given you, basically you are made of wisdom. No? The whole soil has wisdom in it. But where is it? Do you find anywhere? In Australia? Very hard to find wise people, isn't it? Sahaja Yogis can't talk to any other Australians, poor things. The reason is you are following other people who are not alright. Follow yourself only. Go deep down. Is wisdom there? Lot of wisdom. Find out yourself. Because your wisdom will give wisdom to the whole world. It's all like that, you know. Everywhere upside down conditions. In Australia it should be wisdom personified. They are the most unwise people. They'll always support wrong type of people in their diplomacy. I mean, all sorts of unwise things they do. Why? Because they have not gone to their own depths of finding out that they are wisdom. Like Maharashtrians have got Kundalini, they are sleeping. They are busy with this movement of going to this temple. For one month they'll walk down to that temple and worship Shri Krishna there. They don't want to see. And to add up to it, they take lot of tobacco in different ways. You see, even they use what you call the manjan. Manjan ko kya kehte hain अंग्रेजी में? A kind of a powder made out of tobacco to rub their teeth. Can you believe it? teeth, which is Shri Krishna's place. They rub it with this finger nicely and go to worship to the Shri Krishna there in the temple. Absurd people. They'll take a little bit of this tobacco, mix it up with, to make it stronger, mix it up with a kind of a tuna, what you call calcium carbonate, you see, kind of a thing. And put it here near these gums, which is also Shri Krishna, and go on singing for 1 month, not eat any food, do anything, and go there and get their heads broken by these horrible Brahmins there. And this is Kundalini's place. Just imagine. Same in Europe, which is the liver, which is the nabi, and they are the people who drink and eat. They consume more food than anybody else in the whole world can consume. You go to Spain, you are amazed. They can devour everyone. Then Americans, they also eat a lot. But Americans are, as I told you, they have no self-respect. No self-respect. They'll give you 5 rupees and tell you 100 times, we have given you 5 rupees, 5 rupees, 5 rupees. It's horrible. Those who do not have self-respect cannot respect another person. And they themselves can be parasitic, very parasitic, extremely parasitic people. There was a organization which wrote to Gavin. He was so angry with them that they said, Mother is such a rich lady, why shouldn't she pay for her travel to America and also pay for their halls? We'll give her food. So Gavin got very angry. I said, no, tell them also I'll pay for my food and yours also. And also get some nice presents for you. It's all right. And they asked me that, I went to a church and they said, no, we have to give you some money after all. I said, why? They said, it's a custom to have collection. I said, no, please don't have. They had a collection. It was, I think, $3 and what is it, a dollar next to dollar? 2 cents. $3, 2 cents. They collected. Having no self-respect of any kind, no? They think whatever they do is all right, so ego-oriented, horrible. Always support wrong nations, always support wrong policies. Like they'll support Argentina, Chileans, who are horribly oppressive people. They have killed thousands and thousands of their civilians, simple people, and they are autocrats. All the Germans have reached there, and the Germans are teaching them the fascism. The fascism is going to grow in these countries and take over these so-called peanut people. But they will support them and not Cuba because it is communism. All right, communism is bad, democracy is good. What are you doing as Democrats? You are supporting autocrats. Always support wrong things. Made a mess in Vietnam, made a mess there, everywhere. They don't know how to witness things properly. But they had Abraham Lincoln. So for that you have to excuse the whole country. But you can't live with one Abraham Lincoln. These days Indians are horrible. I mean, you can kill somebody here and can pay some money and get out of it. This is what it is. The politicians put money when they want to have elections, so all wasters, all useless people are supported by business people here. The business people give money, the politicians fight elections, and the whole is under the control of few business people who are miserly, horrible, absolutely useless, self-indulgent people. And these politicians take over. They are wasters, briefless lawyers, wasters, useless people who have no brains, they become ministers. It's such a mess. Everything for money. Anybody who is intelligent cannot have much money, is a fact. doesn't go hand in hand. A person who is a worshipper of Saraswati doesn't get so much Lakshmi. Always you will find. You talk to a businessman, immediately you know something is little loose. That's true with Americans also. Little loose. And if you talk to an intellectual, you find something very tight. This is the problem. And because of this, the money-oriented people in this country are stupid people. So you have to play into the hands of stupid. Now this is the country where the Yogeshwara lived. Great saints lived. They didn't care for all the styles and all that. What is the need for Indians to have all these styles? They should live well. They should be clean, neat. They should not be insipid, because Lakshmi stays here. But the way they are becoming modern, you see, wearing nylons and having stainless steel in the house. For them, when I told them that I am going to make huts for your ashram, they were a little bit recoiled. They are not going to have cements. I know Australians hate cement. They are not going to have cement. That's one thing I am sure of. We can have stones, but no cements. See, our ashram is going to be an ideal for everyone. It cannot be like any other. So don't try to give me examples of other ashrams. I am not going to take any hints from anyone. We are going to live in beautiful huts, very comfortably, under the protection of Mother's love. So any other question from Australians? I have to drag in everybody because I don't want anybody to feel hurt. Never scold one person, scold at least 10, then it's all right. I'm not going to say anything to him. Now what is it? What is the other question? Kai vichara.
What to do with France, Mother?
Huh? What's that? What?
Get up.
What is France? I've already told you, France is a drunkard. And all the drunkards have no values left in them. They have no values about morality, no values at all. I mean, they are drunkards. You see, there is no Chaitana. They are not aware. They are not human beings. They are drunk. That's what they are. They are drunkards. And they are supposed to be the Navi, the liver. Imagine liver being drunk. Horrible. But you don't run away from France, all right? I know why he asked this question. They all want to run away. If you are a real French, you have to look after French people. It's your duty, you are duty bound. If you are a Brahmin, you have to correct all the Brahmins. And if you are Marathas, you have to correct all the Marathas. If you are really that, if I am an Indian, I have to correct Indians. I have to correct them, I have to bring them to the right path. Or should I also help them to go to hell? We have to look after them. They are your own people. To pull them out, even if you have one little bit of a sari in your hand, you can pull out the whole sari. Keep your grip there. That is wisdom. Nobody has to get out from anywhere. You settle down everywhere. I've settled you down for some purposes. Don't have to shift. There's no need to shift. Nobody has to shift.
Would you tell us your secrets? You've been to the States, to Europe, to India, Australia. What about South America, Africa, China, knowledge Japan?
You see, I would suggest that all these countries are there, part and parcel. But what, as it is, we have many centers in our body, isn't it? Not only 7, but we have to concentrate on, first of all, the 7 major ones. So let us concentrate on the 7 because we can operate also there. Those we have already got. You see, once I start working in those countries, I will talk about that also. Because at their back I shouldn't say anything. When they will be here, I'll tell you all about them. Africa is, God save them. I don't know. As it is, they were very good. But you people went and put your ideas into their heads. So I mean, they are lost cases. Absolutely lost cases. I don't know. They have such organized religions, and for primitive people, if you give them any organized religions, like Indian Christians are, they are one of the worst people we can think of. The Jews, Indian Muslims. See, they are extremely fanatic. I mean, extremely fanatic. Even you all Christians become Sahajogis, the Indian Christians will not. For them, the dog of the missionary is also to be worshipped. Yes, this is the case. That's why I took my birth in that community. So this is what it is. You have gone and converted them into Christianity. And there are others are Muslims. They are very fanatic, you see. A new Muslim eats lot of onions, they say, because Indians don't eat so much onions, you see. So he eats more onions to prove that he's a good Muslim. That's what it is. We have harmed them very much by giving them Christianity, so-called. I hope they will realize that things will work out. We are working through Algeria. Algeria is taking shape, but it's an autocratic country. All sorts of things are there. Let's see. We have to depend on Sahaj Yoga and Sahaj Yogis. Sahaj Yogi is more than anything. Alright? May God bless.
अनादि शब्द और अनाद वो उससे ऊपर बताइए और हमें कलर दिखाई देते हैं और खासकर के ग्रीन कलर वो हमारा राम नहीं जाना इस साइड है।
हाँ बैठिए हिंदी में बोले। She's asked a nice question, is that what is anadi and anahada. Anahada is the sound that you hear. And she sees some colors. जब आत्मा आप हो जाते हैं तो आपको कुछ भी दिखाई नहीं देना चाहिए, आप हो जाते हैं। जब आप इसके अंदर आ गए तो आपको बाहर का कुछ नहीं दिखाई देता। कलर्स का दिखना जब आपके आगे राइट साइड को मूवमेंट हो जाती है तब आपको कलर साफ दिखाई देता है। अनहद का नाद सुनाई देना, ये जो बात कही गई है कि अनहद का नाद सुनाई देता है, ये भी बात समझने की है। अनहद का सुनाई देना जो होता है वो इन कानों से सुनाई नहीं देता। अंदर के कान जब खुलते हैं तो उसका जो सुनाई देना है वो सुमधुर संगीत के जैसा होता है। और जो बाह्य के कान से सुनाई देता है वो अनहद नहीं है, कोई ना कोई खराबी आ गई है। इसका मतलब ये है कि या तो आपने बहुत ज्यादा तपस्या की, जैसे अगर आप गायत्री का मंत्र करें तो आपको आवाज सुनाई देगी, क्योंकि गायत्री के मंत्र से आपका मूवमेंट राइट साइड पे हो जाएगा। राइट साइड पे हो जाने से आप में हीट आ जाएगी। आप में हीट आ जाने की वजह से आपकी जो नसें हैं सूखने लग जाएंगी। और कान की नस सूख गई, नाक की नस सूख गई, सूखने की वजह से उसमें इस तरह की आवाज आने लग जाएगी। वो बिल्कुल फिजिकल विकृति है, उससे कोई आनंद नहीं आने वाला। लेकिन जब अनहद अंदर बचता है तो वो एक तरह से सुनाई नहीं देता, प्रतीत सा होता है, सब चीज का रिदम प्रतीत होता है, सुनाई सा नहीं देता। उससे एक अंदर में बड़ी शांति सी प्रस्थापित होती है, एक लय सी प्रस्थापित हो जाती है। जैसे आप कोई संगीत सुन रहे हैं तो आप चलते हैं तो उसमें लय आ जाती है, उसी प्रकार अंदर का जब संगीत शुरू हो जाता है तब आपका वो दिखाई नहीं देता, कार्यान्वित होता है। आपकी बातचीत में, बोलने में, सब में वो लय आ जाती है, लयबद्धता आ जाती है, सुमधुरता आ जाती है। ये उसका फर्क है, बाह्य में नहीं होता है कुछ। तो कलर्स भी दिखने नहीं चाहिए, कुछ भी नहीं दिखना चाहिए, समझ गए? हर क्वेश्चन आई आंसर्ड इन, उसको ठीक करना होगा, हो जाएगा, कराएंगे, बताएंगे आपको। आज्ञा चक्र की वजह से होता है, आज्ञा चक्र को ठीक करने से हो जाएगा आज्ञा चक्र। She asked me a question that said that you hear anahat noises. She hears noises in her ear. If you see something, it's not subtle, finished. आता any other question? If you stop one word, how 90% questions will drop out. त्रिगुण झालं? मी नाही म्हटलं असं कधी, मी म्हणणार कधी शक्यच नाही, त्याला काय अर्थच नाहीये. त्रिगुण झाले, हा त्रिगुण शक्यच नाही, त्याला काय अर्थ आहे? त्रिगुण झाले कसं म्हणणार? त्रिगुणात्मक झाले. तुम्ही आता त्रिगुणात्मक नाही असतं, एकात्मक व्हायचंय. आम्ही आहोत त्रिगुणात्मक आणि आता एकात्मक तुम्हाला करतो. तुम्ही त्रिगुणातले जे आहात, म्हणजे त्रिगुण म्हणजे काय? त्रिगुण म्हणजे आपल्यामध्ये 3 गुण आहेत, तम, रज आणि सत्व. तम म्हणजे लेफ्ट साइड, रज म्हणजे राईट साइड आणि सत्वगुण म्हणजे मधली साइड. आता तुम्ही आयदर एक तरी आहात किंवा तिन्हीचं काहीतरी कॉम्बिनेशन तरी आहात, पण बॅलन्स मध्ये सर्व तुमच्यात नाही आलेलं. आम्ही त्रिगुणात्मक आहोत, म्हणजे आम्ही तुमच्यात सर्व स्थिती तुमच्यात आहोत. तुम्ही त्रिगुणात असले तरी आहेत, चौगुणात असले तरी आहोत. पण त्रिगुण जेव्हा एक झालं तेव्हा तुम्ही 5 झाले, आत्म्यामध्ये तुम्ही 1 झाले. त्रिगुण नाही म्हणणार मी कधी. तुम्ही त्रिगुण झाले म्हणजे बरोबर नाही, तुम्ही त्रिगुणातनं उठले, त्रिगुणातनं उठले. त्रिगुणातीत म्हणा, त्रिगुणातीत म्हणजे गुणातीत झाले. तुम्हाला मिसअंडरस्टँडिंग झाले.
आपण जे बंधन घालतो त्याचा इफेक्ट किती काळापर्यंत राहू शकतो आणि दिवसातून किती वेळा बंधन घालायचं?
आता डिपेंड आहे किती इंटेन्सिटी तुमची आहे. मी कधीच घालत नाही बंधन. सगळं रिलेटिव्ह आहे. He asked me a question, when we put a bandhan, how long it will last? I said, depends on your intensity. I never put any bandhan to myself. It is your intensity. After some time you don't need any bandhan. Others will have to put bandhan when you go there. इंटेन्सिटी तुमची किती आहे त्याच्यात? सगळं रिलेटिव्ह आहे त्याबाबतीत. काय काय करायचं? हंस, दिस इज द हंसा चक्र. It's a very, very material thing, I think. This chakra is very material and has to be worked on material level only. Is a center here where most of the left and right side in a way cross on a material level here. Material level, again I say, on material level they cross over here. And when it gets spoiled, you get troubles like sinus and troubles like colds and coughs and all that. So I myself have tried to get this into trouble and to find out what I should do, because if I live as I am, I will never be able to help you. So I said I better get sick myself to see what happens. Actually what happens with this center being catching, the same thing, the drying up of the nose, of the humidity because of central heating is there. For Indians, Maharashtrians especially, take a kadak bath, means a very hot water. They use tremendously hot water to take their bath. For them it is very relaxing, which is absolutely a wrong idea. Normally a cold bath is the best. If not possible, take a tape. Then take little hot and then tepid, absolutely tepid water. That will solve one of the problems, that you do not expose yourself to too much cold or heat. The temperature is kept the same as the room temperature. Because you take a very hot bath and then you come out. In London people have died, Indians have died of their lung cancer because they can't get out of their bad habit of taking bath every morning. I call it bad habit for Indians, not for English. Because they'll take their bath and immediately go to work. And so many Indians I have seen, they have got lung cancer, they died. And if you ask them why, we don't feel all right. Then take your bath at 4 o'clock in the morning, stay in the house, get used to the climate and then go. Or take your bath in the night. All extreme behaviors from left to right creates the problem of Hamsa. Like they'll take, say, a fruit. I mean, we knew all these things, but now we are modern, you see, we have forgotten. Like you eat a banana in India. After that, you should not take water. Matara lokana maiti, old people know. The young are become, you see, gene oriented. So the whole head is gone into genes. And they will eat banana and take water. Now these are two extremes. Any fruit you take and after that you take water, you will get it. So you should take water after some carbohydrates. You can take some papad, not fried one. Anything fried you take, and that on top of that you are not to take water. You can take a biscuit, or you can have a bread, something like that to dry up. Best is chana. Dry up your throat and then take water. Heat and cold. Now say take coffee and then take water. Is absolutely wrong. Water you should take, then gradually heat it up and take coffee last. And then don't take water till you have taken some carbohydrates. I mean, this is what it is. It's the heat and the cold. The combination of heat and cold should be understood. Now what do you do? Actually, is to neglect certain laws of nature. Like in London or anywhere, it's all heated up inside the rooms, too much heated up, and this very dry. We all know that in England that you have to have a humidifier, isn't it? Let's keep some water or something, or fill a tub in the bath and keep it open so that there is humidity in the room. To To compensate for all that, one can do is to take some water and sip in the nose. I would say after brushing your teeth, sip it thrice, and thrice you take it out by putting these fingers, these thumbs in your ears and take it out. By that you will clear out your sinuses, you will make it humid. Or for this parched mucous membrane, you can put some oil or some ghee. It's very good. If this water can have little salt is a good idea. But that should not be very cold, should not be very hot, should be tepid. Tepid food. In India the custom is to eat very hot food. Garam garam khao, garam garam khao. I mean, we are so garam. We are really garam people, I don't know why. The man will sit on the thing and the woman must cook at that time garam garam, and the rotis must be made at that time, and the fulkas must be brought garam garam, and the husband must eat garam garam. And before going to office or work, he should get garam garam temperament also. Even they'll say, leave this, not hot, we'll bring hot for you. And burning, absolutely, you see, burning tongues, they are. There's no need to eat such a garam business. On the contrary, in England, they eat so much of cold foods that I'm amazed. I mean, ice, the amount of ice the Western people eat, we can't understand. I mean, how can morning ice, every time ice, you have this thing with ice and on the rocks as they call it. So you will be on the rocks. So much of ice they take, God knows why. What is the need to take so much of ice? Indiscriminately they'll take ice cream, after ice cream they'll take coffee. Or after coffee they'll take ice cream. I mean, it's such a national dish there, ice. Icing, all the time, so much of ice. I mean, they have so much of ice outside, why should they have ice inside? Even we went to the Prime Minister's place there. They gave us rhubarb ices to eat. Imagine, as sweet dish. They are very miserly, no doubt, but to this extent. To give us rhubarb ice to eat, imagine, it was horrid. ते आईस म्हणजे रुबाब म्हणजे एक असं फळ असतं की ते सगळ्यात आंबट, म्हणजे चिंचेला जर तुम्ही 108 लावले तर ते रुबाब आहे आणि त्याला त्यांनी बर्फात घालून दिलं. म्हटलं बाई, तुला जर पैसे वाचवायचे होते तर वाचवायचे होते, पण आमचं कशाला डोकं फोडलं. दिस इज मिसेस थॅचर. शी इज थॅचिंग अप एव्हरीथिंग. So this is what it is. You see, they eat ice morning till evening and they don't know why to eat so much ice, and after eating that ice they will have something hot suddenly after that, or before eating the ice they'll have hot. That's the worst of all. So they take coffee and ice. Imagine. So this is what it is that we don't understand, discriminate between hot and cold. Take tepid food also. Need not eat immediately from the oven, sizzling thing you should not eat. So I don't know why devilish ideas are coming to have sizzling things. Take little time. Take some patience. Let your juices flow out to digest it and then eat it. Otherwise you'll burn your tongue, you'll burn your palate, you'll burn everything except for your teeth, which in any case are false. So the best thing is to keep a tepid understanding of food also. म्हणजे बायकांचं डोकंदुखी जरा कमी येईल इकडे महाराष्ट्रात. So the water should not be very hot. Food should not be very hot. This too much of Ida and Pingala movement on the physical plane causes this trouble. And from very childhood we should take care of our Vishuddhi, is to have something around your neck. It's so absurd, I tell you. It's so absurd, I just can't understand. Like in England, which is so very cold, in Scotland even worse, we can say. I don't know about Iceland. But people don't wear anything when they sleep. I mean, you can't believe it. It's something I can't understand. I mean, that's the easiest way to get sick. They don't wear undershirts. I mean, this is the best way to get sick, isn't it? I mean, at least I wear 2 sweaters when I sleep. And my husband wears sometimes 6 to 7. Yes, he does. And he's quite proud of it. And we are quite healthy people. Nothing wrong with us. It's absurd, absolutely absurd things we do. Then the most fashionable dresses, I mean the people who like the dresses are where you cannot see any cloth anywhere. I mean, it's all missing. They get the highest price. Men are very clever. That way Western men are clever, you see. If they see anyone, they'll button up, you see. I mean, here just opposite, if a woman sees a man, she'll just cover up her body completely. Then the men are very clever. You see, they want to keep their body all right. So they button up properly, suited. Women are stupid there. Because the way they dress up, I'm surprised. I mean, this is the best way to get sick. They'll wear such big heels, walk on nails. I mean, I can tell you, this modern generation in the West of the women, they are going to develop such terrible diseases. Their legs will become swollen up, will be filled with blood, and the blood will be oozing out of their veins. Not only varicose veins. Such big heels they wear. Walking on Oxford Street, you find them with such big heels. Stupid, absolutely very, very wrong. God has created you with such care. What are you doing to yourself? Little heels are all right because it's a very muddy place. It gets rained and all that. It's all right. But to have heels of this height with just a nail coming down, I mean, this is the best way to spoil all your nerves, everything, and circulation. And they'll not only develop varicose veins, but I think that horrible disease which I have seen some women having, very soon they are going to get it. Within the time, you say 10 years, all of them with their heels on their heads, they'll be lying down. And they look like mosquitoes. I mean, I don't know what do they look like. In Sahaja Yoga, you are not allowed to wear such high heels. You should wear only this much. Now some men are taking to heels also. Alright, little bit heels are alright, but not too much. See, not too much strain on this side. नाही तर आपल्याकडे पाय फाटायचे सगळ्यांच्या बायकांचे एवढ्या भेगा त्याच्यात नसल्या तर त्या इंडियन बायका कशा पायांच्याकडे लक्षच नाही मुळी. Another style is Indian style. English style is to spend 1 hour on your nails, and here you find their legs are all absolutely so what you call broken into pieces. Feet so hard, just like leather. This is going another limit. One extreme to another extreme creates this problem. And we live like that. Either they are hippies or they are dandies. There's nothing in between, is it? So look after your body, respect it, take things that are not extreme. And to say, I am fond of it, then you better not be fond of it. Any such thing, it spoils your body. You must cater for it. You must love your body. You must respect it. So all these self-indulgences sometimes can be very destroyed, and one of the reasons for this one is, one of the very special reasons is that when you start wobbling your eyes too much, you get also strain there. So one should steady the eyes. Another cure could be, I found that you should use something like Netranjan in the night, which takes out the water, oozes. So many people I have seen in the West and also here have no this capacity to make the water flow, because they never cry, you see. They never weep, never cry. They just don't believe. They have no tears. They never get tears. I have known people who have never had any tears in their eyes. Not that they don't feel bad, but the tears don't fall off. They have to put glycerine to show that they are crying. Even then I don't know if there are any tears. So for that, you should all put Netranjan in your eyes. So the water flows out. Cleanse your eyes. It's very good. Camphor is very good. You are not to eat, of course. I mean, people start eating camphor, but little camphor you can eat, very little camphor. But camphor is good for rubbing here too. Camphor is very good. In Sahaja method, you could have the photograph and the light and put your right finger here and put your finger on the light or the candle you have. You can put it in the ears, in the nose, put it there. For throat, gargling is a very good thing with salt every night. It's very simple, vibrate it. That's the only difference. Gargling is something is a must for all the Sahajogis, is a must. And if you can tolerate, you can have some garlic. Garlic is very good. If you can manage in the night, before sleeping, if you could have one part of the garlic, it would be a good idea. I mean, there are so many things. I think I should write one book on that. What else? जरा तो बसा ले दे. हाँ, थोड़ा बस इधर. थोड़ा ध्यान दो.
अब हम सब श्री माता जी की आरती करेंगे. Now we will offer आरती to श्री माता जी.
सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जग में संकट कारण कितने लिए अवतार माँ, कितने लिए अवतार। विश्व में तेरी महिमा, विश्व में तेरी महिमा। तू गंगा यमुना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जो भी शरण में आया सुख ही मिला उसको माँ, सुख ही मिला उसको। बैठ के दिल में ओ माँ, बैठ के दिल में ओ माँ, लौट के ना जाना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। मानव में अवतर के कर दिया उजियारा माँ, कर दिया उजियारा। कलियुग में माया है, कलियुग में माया है, फिर भी पहचाना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। संत जनों की धरती है भारत माता माँ, है भारत माता। इस धरती पर आकर, इस धरती पर आकर दुख से दूर करना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ, साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी सरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री शक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः बोलो श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी की जय।
श्री माता जी, आज के सुंदर ध्यान के लिए हम सब आपके श्री चरणों में कोटि कोटि प्रणाम करते हैं माँ। श्री माता जी, we humbly bow down at your lotus feet for today's beautiful meditation. जय श्री माता जी।
Mm-hmm.